Hello, creatives. Um, Here I am back home here in New York after a pretty, pretty good time off. I went down to Florida and for a lot of different reasons, but one of the reasons I went down was I met a lovely lady, and I'm going to use her as it's personal, but I'm going to use her as a model. Going back to the structuralism that I've used here in my videos, the model and the artist, or the artist, the self-portrait and the model, using the work of the great Carl Gustav Jung on ego, subconscious, the collective, the unconscious, the anema's self and the shadow, using his amazing system of how to activate active imagination by practicing concentrating on the mind, focus on a dream, let the unconscious speak, generate an artifact on paper, analyze the message, practice, practice, practice. So what I've done here is really focusing around the drawing, and I highly recommend people to draw, mind map. But I use here a system that was used by Pablo Picasso, master genius Pablo Picasso, where he really focuses on the portrait, on the self-portrait, on the model, and also 20th century genius British artist Francis Bacon, painter, where he paints his lovers, models. All his work is figurative. He had an incredible career. I got to meet him in London in the 1980s. So what I try to bring here is an analysis on psychotherapy, creative imagination, creativity, and how to find the self. I talked about probably the worst betrayal that I had in my life with a soulmate partner. She turned out to be a liar, cheater, a karmic. I also used her for my paintings, for my art, for my artifacts, my model, and really blew me away. And so now I am rotating like three people, rotating in a good way, rotating like three ladies that can fill up the my need to have to be in a relationship, but also to have a relationship that's poetic, that's fun, that's artistic, and that's true. When I mean true, and I've learned a lot from this relationship, being in a relationship with a person, you have to look at it from different perspectives. Relationships have different options. It could be that you're in a relationship because you want to marry the person and you want to have kids. Then you got to get all this financial stuff together, or you want to be with the person because you love the person and you want to be in a relationship, and hopefully that the relationship is monogamous. The relationship is an LTR, it's a long-term relationship, and you can start developing the artist, the relationship with the model, the relationship with your partner, the relationship with, and then now in 2022, with all this fakery that we have available as options like TikTok, all these apps, everybody's doing an app, everybody's doing a video, everybody has filters, where the biggest problem we have now in the psychotherapy dynamic of analyzing being with others and others being with us is who are we dealing with? Is this person just about herself? Is this person doesn't care about him I'm saying here, the artist? Or you, the person? Is this person a narcissist? Is this person a person that is self-absorbed? Obviously here is a model that would be utilized for an artifact, and of course she's going to be hot, of course she's going to be curvy, of course she's going to be thin, and of course the relationship between men and women, there's a woman here that's fertile, she's naked, She has boots on. She looks young. The artist here is an artist. Picasso was 92 when he was painting Jacqueline. She was like 23. They did have a relationship. I think, yeah, Jacqueline had kids, right? Claude Picasso. But anyway, the thing is not about analyzing, this gender thing and this feminist stuff and this blue pill or red pill stuff. The thing is really about analyzing emotions and how do we, like when you interview somebody for a job, how do you interview a person that you want to have a relationship with? In this case, the artist here appears to be not really looking at her, not really, he's looking down, but he's really looking inside of himself. And once again, I start these drawings. Have you seen these whimsical, what I call them quantum geometry gestural drawings, where here I went into an area that once you look at it, you analyze it after it's done the drawing. There's a silhouette of the person and making the person and seeing the person. The artist learns to see. You got to watch not only the person, the subject matter, but you got to watch what's around the person. Especially when you want to paint the person, like a Francis Bacon, where you really want to tap into the vibe of the model. You want to capture the vibe. That's the portrait. That's what you're going to put on canvas. It's not that the person looks like the person, but when you look at the pictorial, the essence of the person has been captured, right? In the pictorial. That's why drawing and painting, and I'm going to use the word superior, is superior than taking a photograph, because when you take a picture of someone, it's a portrait, it's a photo. When you draw somebody, like you get into this gestural drawing, you start laying out without any intent. You start laying out what could possibly turn into a head, that could possibly turn into a contour, a line that would determine a breast area. Doesn't matter if the breasts align. Here's one breast area, the stomach, the belly button. Excuse me. The thighs, the buttocks. All the stuff that the artist will use for drawing as form and content. The artist is not going to select a woman. In this case, it's a man and a woman. For these videos, you can either sublimate gender roles, or Francis Bacon was a gay artist. Most of his models were men. I specialize in the work of Francis Bacon. I'm a scholar of Francis Bacon. But at the end of the day, even though they're male or male, that area of his, what I look is not that. What I look is the essence of his work and what he brings out, what he's able to capture psychologically and being able to put on canvas, right? I think the most altruistic function that a human can have is to create something. That's why we create children. That's why we build. That's why we do art, because when we create, we leave behind something that we care. And it's something that we can share with others. Caring, the artist cares, he makes a painting. If it gets hung, it's fine. If they buy the drawing, but the real artist, the intent is to do something because he wants to do it. That's the best art, or that's the best relationship to be in. When you look for a partner, the first thing you should communicate is your intent, right? Something in today's world, people do the opposite. That's why it's really hard to figure somebody out, because they're usually a fake. They're fakes. So if you have a fake model, you're going to have a fake painting. If you're fake, you're going to have a fake relationship. When you're fakes, when you're a fake, she's a fake, he's a fake, he's a fake, not good. You frame something called reality, which is based on fakery, which is based on deception. And yeah, look at all the layers to create contour, form, and content. But then they become the layers of deception. We become people of many layers, many masks. We become people that are full of deceptions to create perception, and those perceptions are fake. Thank you for watching. This is my first drawing after a while, after a couple of weeks that I've been away. Broken heart really hit me. I feel better. The other day I felt really happy on Sunday. Now I'm ready to draw. I'm ready to document, and I'm ready to see if these lessons that are heart lessons could be defined, but most important, maybe communicate and maybe help others to see, hey, listen, there's many ways to look at things, many ways to look at things from the heart, from the creativity, and not get stuck, not stuck in a box, not stuck in a jail, not stuck in a room. Be able to be open and be true and go out there and project that. Thank you for watching.